in this video, we are going to talk about limiting reagent. So the idea of limiting reagent is that when we are conducting a chemical reaction, one of our reactant will limit the production of our product. It means it gets all used up to produce our products, and that's the reactant we use to calculate the amount of product we produce. So in this example, we are asked to find the grams of silver phosphate produced when we react 200 grams of silver nitrate with 200 grams of sodium phosphate. So the first thing we do in this type of question is we balance our chemical reaction. So here we have one atom of silver and 3 atoms of silver on the product, and then we have 3 sodiums on our reactant, and then 1 sodium in our product. And then since nitrate is same in the product and in the reactant, so we're just gonna treat it like a single atom, just make it easier for us to balance. And then same with our phosphate, it's same on both sides. There's phosphate in reactant, there's phosphate in product. We're just gonna treat it like an atom, like a single atom. So first we will try to balance our silver. We have 3 over here, we have 1 here, add 3. Now we have 3 nitrate and 1 nitrate. We're gonna make our nitrate 3 on product side. So now we have 3 nitrate, 3 nitrate, 3 silver, 3 silver, and we have 3 sodium, 1 phosphate, 1 phosphate. That's great, we are balanced. Now, it is asking us for the silver phosphate. Now, first we will have to find the limiting reagent. We have to find which product is limiting the production of our product. So that's the reactant we are gonna use to measure how much silver phosphate we have produced. So in this type of question, what we will do is use our 200 grams of silver nitrate. We're gonna calculate how much silver nitrate is produced with 200 grams of how much silver phosphate is produced with 200 grams of silver nitrate, and we're gonna do same for sodium phosphate, how much silver phosphate is produced with our 200 grams of sodium phosphate. So first we're gonna do it for silver nitrate. So 200 grams of silver nitrate, and 3. We're gonna have to convert it to moles. So in 1 mole of silver nitrate, we have 169.9 grams of silver nitrate. And now we're gonna make our ratios. So we will have to convert our silver nitrate to silver phosphate. So for every 3 moles of silver nitrate, we're going to produce 1 mole of silver phosphate. So that's what we're gonna write here. So 1 mole of silver phosphate will have to react 3 mole of silver nitrate. There we go. Now, we have to convert our moles to grams. Now we're gonna keep canceling the units, so grams get canceled. Moles of silver nitrate gets canceled. Now we're left with silver phosphate, moles of silver phosphate. We will have to convert it to grams. So in every 1 mole of silver phosphate, we have 418.7 grams of silver phosphate. So moles get cancelled. Now we can now we can calculate our numbers, and we get 164.3 grams of silver nitrate. Excuse me, silver phosphate. Now, for our second part of the question, we will have to see when we react 200 grams of sodium phosphate, how much silver phosphate is going to be produced. So 200 grams of sodium phosphate, 1 mole of sodium phosphate is 164.0 grams, times that by ratio we have to find for every 1 mole of sodium phosphate, we produce 1 mole of silver phosphate. So 1 mole of silver phosphate, 1 mole of sodium phosphate, times, convert the moles of silver phosphate to grams, 0.7 grams, 1 mole. Grams get cancelled, moles of sodium phosphate gets cancelled, moles of silver phosphate gets cancelled. Now we're left with grams of silver phosphate. Calculate the number, plug it into our calculator, and we get 510.6 grams of. Now, as you can see, when we react 200 grams of silver nitrate, we produce 164.3 grams of silver phosphate. And when we react 200 grams of sodium phosphate, we get 510.6 grams of silver phosphate. So since this one is less than 510, this one is a smaller number, it means the limiting reagent is going to be silver nitrate. Silver nitrate is going to be our limiting reagent since it produced less of our product. So this is how much we're going to produce silver nitrate when we react 200 grams of silver nitrate. 164.3 grams of silver phosphate is produced when we react 200 grams of silver nitrate with 200 grams of sodium phosphate. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.